And I know that we are all going to be a polite, attentive, engaged audience, correct? Who is not having side conversations, right? Right. Yay. Okay. Anytime you're ready.
Okay. So my AA presentation is titled "What Little He Had," and my AA is Steven Spielberg. All right. So humble beginnings. Steven Spielberg was born December 18th, 1946. He's Jewish, and he was born into a Jewish family. But the thing is, he grew up in a very anti-Semitic neighborhood, so he was a victim of a lot of crimes, and he was bullied a lot in his own neighborhood and at school. He was often an outcast at his school. Like he described himself as always being that kid that was always alone and played an instrument. So to get back at all the kids, he decided to smear peanut butter all over the windows, which doesn't really do anything. So he had a workaholic father, which is like a common motif in much of his films. And this shows how his beginnings had an impact on his filmmaking, because in his films the workaholic father is a common motif. And an example of this is in his film E.T., where the father barely shows up. And yeah, but without his dad, he would have never gotten a start in filmmaking, because his dad bought Steven his first camera. And when Steven got his first camera, he started making home movies with his friends, and this is when he first started trying illusions and trying to be a magician with the camera. And later you'll see how these wants to be a magician affected his filmmaking when he grew up. Fantasy to reality. So Spielberg wanted a way to bring his imagination to life, and at this time CGI was barely starting out. So Spielberg saw CGI, which is computer-generated graphics, as a way to bring his imagination to life. So in Jurassic Park here, he used CGI to bring his intense imagination to life. Yeah, so CGI was very basic, and in the filmmaking industry, no one believed that CGI was no one really had the guts to buy into CGI, because it was very new, it was very basic, and none of the filmmakers were using it because it was never been done before. So Spielberg wanted to use CGI. He began to start using it in his films, and he became immensely successful for doing so. And by the way, after Spielberg started using CGI and became immensely successful, the filmmaking completely shifted and started using more CGI in its films. Alright, so here's the Jurassic Park trailer.
Since the beginning of time, man has searched the earth for evidence of his past. But while some have looked for clues of the mystery, one man has found the way to bring the mystery back to life.
I'm an island, like a circus. And I spent the last 5 years setting up a kind of biological preserve.
On this private island, science has defied evolution.
Even 100 million year old dinosaur clock.
Genetics has mastered creations.
We've made living biological attractions so astounding that they've captured the imagination of the entire planet.
And extinction is a thing of the past.
Welcome to Jurassic Park. None of these attractions are ready yet, of course, but the park will open with the basic tour you're about to take.
Alright, so that was Spielberg's Jurassic Park, and there's the advertisement poster for Jaws. Yeah, Spielberg has become immensely successful, and one of his great successes was Jaws. That's why I put that image there. So films such as Jaws, Jurassic Park, Saving Private Ryan, Indiana Jones, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, War of the Worlds have become major box office hits. Spielberg has created many films that has really made people start really appreciating filmmaking. So, yeah. And before Spielberg, CGI use in filmmaking was rare. And like I was talking about earlier, how he liked to use illusions in his when he was a child in his filmmaking. That reflects on his filmmaking style in his 20s when he started really working on CGI. So, and he was also one of the founders of the company DreamWorks. So, yeah, he found DreamWorks with 2 or 3 other people. Oh, yeah. And these are the first photographs in my presentation where I show Spielberg, because the director is often behind the camera and they don't really show up in the movies. So I decided to put pictures of him a little bit late in the presentation, so to kind of reflect that. So this is Spielberg. This is Spielberg when he's around 20 years old, and I think he looks a little younger in that photograph. So I chose Spielberg because I tended to watch Spielberg's movies as a child, and I really enjoyed watching them because I didn't really have a dad very much either, so I could feel as much in my life. So I felt like I could relate to Spielberg's characters, I guess, because in E.T. the child, you don't see the child's father at all because he's always working. So the child finds E.T. and he finds this way to make a friend, because the child in the movie is also makes many friends. So yeah, Spielberg's story inspired me because no one believed that he could do it. When he was making Jaws, everyone underestimated him. No one thought he could bring a shark to life in his time period. Everyone doubted, not everyone, but a large percent doubted him, and he proved them all wrong. So, and he also changed the realm of filmmaking, which very little amounts of filmmakers have ever done, and he made them towards more computer generated. Wait, no, sorry. I want to give a little preface. Alright, so I decided for my emulation to make a remake of E.T. and direct it myself. I'm not in the film, I directed it. And it's about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So I want you to prepare yourself. It is not my best piece of work. So, alright, full screen and put it in each. Can you?
I think it will, man.